What's up, Block fam? Welcome to the episode where we are talking about 5 reasons that you should own a Harley-Davidson Road Glide. So this is a 2021 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. And we are actually giving this motorcycle away. It is brand new as of us purchasing it. Had 3 miles on it. 3 miles. I did kind of take it on its maiden voyage. I went across town, across Orlando to pick up some gear for an incoming trip that I have. And it was either drive the truck or take the Road Glide. So I decided if I can ride there and I've got a way to bring all this gear back with the bike, take the bike. Which leads me to the first reason of why you should buy the Harley-Davidson Road Glide, which is the storage. So let me back up a little bit for a second though. This is a 2021 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. We are giving it away. We are going to be customizing it into a performance bagger through what we call the Blockhead bike giveaway. We basically buy a bike, we customize it, and then we give it back to the community that decides to support us. The community that allows us to be able to do this is the Blockhead community, you guys, and those of y'all that have signed up on our website. On our website, we basically have the Blockhead bike giveaway. To sign up for it, go to blockheadmoto.com, sign up, and then select a tier. You've got 5 tier levels to choose from, and then of those tier levels, you get that amount of entries per month. Whenever you do sign up, you select one of those tiers, you get additional perks such as access to a Discord server, you get early access to episodes, and you get discounts on the shop, and more. If you guys have any questions on that process, comment down below, be sure to let me know. Links down in the description below or blockheadmoto.com. Getting into the 5 reasons that you should own a Road Glide. If you guys are considering one, reason number 1 for me, I would buy this bike if I'm looking for really crushing some miles, doing long distance stuff and being able to carry stuff with me. And that's where the bags come in, the storage. So you've got 2 bags on the right and on the left. These are the shorter bags. They do have bags that come over the exhaust a little bit, but I'm actually a fan of the look of these shorter ones. In here, you guys will see, I ended up having to buy some ADV boots because I'm doing some ADV stuff coming up here soon. 4 liters of Motul oil for the Yamaha MT-09. Earlier, we did have a smoothie in there, which is awesome. And then on this side, I've got the other boot, I've got a hat, I've got a oil filter, once again, for the Yamaha MT-09 SP, and I've got some ADV pants. In addition to that storage, you also do have 2 very convenient little cubbies right up here. One right here, which has a USB connection in it, so if you want to throw your phone in there, connect your phone, and then you've got one here on the left side also. So that's for stuff that you just need quick access to. You can throw your wallet in there. I throw my sunglasses in there as well. Let's get to riding it, and we'll talk about a couple more of the reasons that you should own a Road Glide. So we went with what we are calling the Road Glide Standard. So this is like the bare bones. It's got the 107 instead of the 114. It's not the special. It's got the normal gauges. It's got the normal screen, not the touch screen here. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be basically taking the bike down to where it's just gonna kind of be frame and then rebuilding it rather than starting with a Road Glide special that's all done up. We're going to change out the engine in it. We're going to go with something larger, more powerful, performance oriented. Like I said, we're building it into a performance bagger. By the time we're done with this thing, it's going to scream. That's the great thing about the Milwaukee 8, and the V-twin is that it's got torque, which this is a heavier bike, and so that torque is really going to help to move you along. So reason number 2 you should own a Harley-Davidson Road Glide is comfort. The rider triangle on this thing is awesome. It's got floorboards or footboards, whichever you want to call them. They're actually not solid. There's a little bit of movement so that it absorbs some of the vibration of the road, right? So it's very focused on comfort. I will say the bars, I'm not the biggest fan of the bars. I'm used to, being more up here, but they do keep you more comfortable. They're not making you be a little bit more outreached or anything, but that's, one of those customization options that you can get into if you want to customize the bars. And then the stock seat is actually pretty comfortable. I have done hundreds of miles on a stock seat for a Road Glide. Whenever I was up in Ohio, AD Faro, Harley-Davidson, Rick Rickart lent me one, and Eric, whenever we were riding up there with Jess in Ohio, and yeah, it was fine. It felt great. So yeah, comfort for sure. Like I said, if you're worried about that rider triangle, like I'm 5'10", and honestly, like the bike is just, I'm not outreached at all. Like I don't feel stretched out. I don't feel like I'm really having to reach for anything. Like all the controls are very easily accessible. Like this, you gotta lean forward a bit, obviously, but you can actually control most of that with the controls here. In terms of technology, this option has the minimum amount of technology for the bike that it is. For, you know, being a 2021, like I said, we went bare bones. But Harley-Davidson does have updated touchscreen, a bigger screen here. It's got radio built into it, as you guys can see there. Modern conveniences, which leads to number 3. Once again, if you're doing mileage, you guys are going to notice a theme here. It's really built to be able to allow people to comfortably go distances, and that's why it falls under Harley-Davidson's touring line. The technology that's built into it, you know, you've got your creature comforts, you've got radio, you've got navigation. I think you've even got like options to where basically it links up to your phone, so you've got Bluetooth. I know, like through the USB, you know, it would link up to your phone. Since I don't really consider this my motorcycle, I mean, I bought it and the title's in Blockhead Moto. We are building out this motorcycle for you guys. I try not to form too much of an attachment to these bikes because it just makes it more difficult when I have to load them up on a truck and ship them to the winter. I'm probably not going to be pairing my phone up to it. Whenever we start building on it and taking it down, like it's going to be down for a bit, we're doing a complete stage 4 custom tune, paints, suspension, and just all sorts of stuff to the thing. So it's going to be down for a bit. But yeah, creature comforts, you know, the technology that is basically comes with the bike, even the bottom of the barrel, like bottom line one, the technology that's in it is incredibly useful. We're actually going to upgrade this too. I want to say to a Sony unit that is going to be touchscreen. The fact that we've got radio right here and we can turn it up right here. There you go. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice if you don't want to have like the comm system like connected to your helmet, depending on if you're riding maybe without a full face. I ride with a full face, so you know, I've got Senna connected to mine, so that's what I use for music, and I'm using navigation and stuff. I've got my phone mounted to my bars, but this would definitely be more convenient for a longer trip versus like my Softail Lowrider S. It's just built more for it, you know. And having the bags, oh, by the way, the bags are lockable. Yeah, pretty damn nice to be able to lock those and then, like, you know, go into a restaurant or something and not have to worry about your stuff. We did that today. I locked them up. I was like, oh yeah, I can lock my bags. Hell yeah. Oh, a little pull-off spot. I'm gonna get a picture of this thing right now. Dude, the turning radius on this thing, look at this. Crazy. Like, you wouldn't expect that from a big old bike like this. Yeah, there we go. Some good shots of that thing. The bike is surprisingly, you know, nimble and flickable. I'm not sure if you guys have seen like some of these cops that use these bikes. They're able to maneuver these things like just totally insane. Like one of our friends, Kenny, he rides one of these and he's able to throw that thing around like nobody's business. It's pretty insane how like actually nimble they are and maneuverable, you know, if you've got the correct, I don't know, like experience level. So yeah, the technology built into them, especially with like some of the higher models that come with like GPS and like, I think they have like rider assistance in one of them even. It's like RDRS. That's an interesting little tree swing. But yeah, and then ABS and whatnot, so they do have like some safety features and all that. So I'll show you guys here in a second, but one of the big ones, I think, for the Road Glide specifically, and I would say like this is probably like one of the #1 reasons if you're trying to decide on what touring bike to go with, that you would choose the Road Glide over say the Street Glide, is the front fairing is frame mounted. The front fairing is not mounted to the forks, to the bars, so it does stay fixed whenever you are turning, as you guys have probably noticed. Like, you know, whenever I was doing the turn there, only the bars move, the fairing does not move. That does take a little bit of getting used to. However, there is a huge perk to that being mounted to the frame instead of being mounted to the forks. The fact that that's mounted to the frame, you do not feel any of the turbulence of the wind in the bars, which makes, once again, the comfort level of the bike really, really nice. We were riding today and we were on one of the highways across Orlando. I was going 90 miles an hour and Wes was riding with me, and I had to apologize to him. I'm like, I would look down and I saw I was going 90 and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dude, I am so sorry, man. Like, you know, he's on a Ninja 650 and he's able to keep up just fine, but like, you know, I didn't realize I was going 90. And it was like, it wasn't just once, it was multiple times that like I would look down and I would catch myself going way faster than what I thought I was. The frame mounted front fairing makes this an incredibly smooth ride. Like, you really do not feel any of that wind, you know, the turbulence of it in the bars. Look at that, not scraping at all. Isn't that nuts? And plenty of power to like get up, merge into traffic. No problem. We're doing 90 right now, and dude, it's just smooth as silk right now. Another creature comfort, cruise control. Like I said, you're crushing some miles. You know, you just want to throw some cruise control on and like rest your hand a bit or maintain a constant speed. If you're leading a group and, you know, you want to set the pace, boom, throw cruise control on, good to go. That could be number 5, but I don't know, maybe I'll throw it in there as like a little bonus feature. Last one, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up. Cruise control, definitely a contender, but I feel like that kind of is baked into the creature comforts. I would say the last really big reason, if you're on the fence and you're trying to like think of reasons, why should I go with the Harley-Davidson Road Glide? The aftermarket community is massive for the Harley-Davidson Road Glide. It's an incredibly popular motorcycle. They've got anything and everything that you could want if you're looking to customize this bike, which, like I said, we are going to build this bike. We're taking it down to frame and we're bringing it back up. And one of the reasons that we chose this bike is because of the aftermarket support that this bike has. I mean, we're talking wheels, we're talking like totally new speaker systems. You can do different bags, you can do bag inserts for all sorts of stuff, from like speakers, you can do like carbon fiber, everything. I mean, you can pretty much take this thing down to frame and rebuild it back up with all aftermarket parts if you wanted to. You don't have to go, you know, OEM, Harley-Davidson, Screaming Eagle, anything like that. Which to me, like, that's incredibly important because I like to make bikes my own whenever I own them. I mean, I think that's pretty much like the whole motorcycle culture, is that, you know, whenever you have a motorcycle, like, you want to customize it, you want to make it your own. We're talking about that customization in terms of like just custom performance parts. You know, you've got tons and tons of different air cleaners to choose from. You've got, like, for the Milwaukee 8 platform, which, you know, like I said, this is a Milwaukee 8 107. One of the reasons we're going with it is because it's a Milwaukee 8. You've got tuning options for it, which DynoJit is actually supposed to be releasing. I know with 2021 they did have some changes to the tuning options. You've got larger engine options, so big bore kits. There's a couple companies out there that make larger displacement kits for the M8. Exhaust options, just an absolute endless amount of exhaust options. If we're talking about like the styling of it, like you can buy aftermarket body parts, like the bags to the front fairing to, like, you know, windshields. Like, you know, we're going to be changing out the windshield on this, although this stock windshield is actually pretty good, especially on highway. Like I said, it's incredibly smooth. You've got this vent here, you know, if you want to like alter the wind flow a little bit and change up the buffeting, the Jimmy buffeting. Yeah, incredibly customizable, absolute ton of options in the aftermarket for you guys that are looking to make the bike your own. And then, man, I'm not even touching or mentioning like custom paint. The amount of like canvas area, if you will, if you were a custom painter, is huge. So you can really get kind of creative with whatever designs you're wanting to kind of go with on the bike. There you go, guys. That's 5 reasons you should get a Harley-Davidson Road Glide. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to buy one. Whenever I was in Ohio riding, you know, a Road Glide, which was 114 Road Glide Special, dude, that bike was great. Like, I loved it, and it really made me consider, like, damn, like, you know, should I get a Road Glide? Maybe one of these days, you know, I will definitely start focusing more on road trips, but for now, we've got kind of a lot of stuff going on, which you guys are going to see, like some of the big changes and updates that are coming to the Blockhead brand, to the channel. For the moment, I have to kind of stay a little bit more local. Yeah, there you go, guys. 5 reasons that you should own a Harley-Davidson Road Glide. If I wanted to go to Publix here, pick up a sub. For those of you that don't know, Publix is a supermarket, and so if I wanted to come here and grab some groceries, well, you could fit a good amount of groceries in these bags for sure. But that's a future episode as well. Y'all let me know what other reasons would you list for owning a Harley-Davidson Road Glide. What are some of the more of the perks? I'm sure there's a number of you guys out there that own them, because it's a very popular bike. So you guys be sure to post up, let me know your thoughts. If you guys are interested in possibly winning this one, you know, like I said, we're building it out, customizing it, performance bagger mode. Be sure to go to blockheadmoto.com, sign up, select a tier, and you are entered, in addition to all the rest of those additional perks. If you guys are thinking about grabbing a Harley-Davidson Road Glide, post up in the comments below, let me know. If you guys did enjoy it, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon also, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, you guys ride safe out there, stay vigilant. Catch you guys in the next one. I almost fell. Peace.